How could a single lie be more powerful than all the strong men in the village? In the small village of Amohia, nestled between the hills and the great river, everyone knew each other. They shared meals, celebrated festivals, and helped one another through hard times. But one thing was sacred above all: honesty. The elders always said, a lie is like a seed. Once planted, it grows roots that can crack the strongest of stones. But one rainy season, something strange happened. Chidi, a young man known for his hard work, was called to a special meeting by the village chief, Ezenwa. "Someone has stolen my prized cow," the chief announced. The cow was the village's most valuable animal, known for giving milk that fed many families. Everyone gasped. In Amohia, no one ever stole. The village prided itself on its integrity. Chief Ezenwa paced back and forth, his staff thudding against the wet ground. Whoever did this will face great shame unless they confess now. Chidi's heart began to race. A week ago, he had seen something. He had been returning from the river when he saw his friend, Hugo, walking towards the chief's barn late at night. But Chidi hadn't thought much of it at the time. Hugo and he had been close friends since childhood. Could Hugo have taken the cow? Chidi hesitated. If he spoke up and Hugo was innocent, it would ruin their friendship. But if Hugo was guilty and he stayed silent, the whole village would suffer. As the days passed, the village grew more restless. The elders performed rituals, seeking guidance from the ancestors, but the cow was still missing. Crops were failing, children fell ill, and whispers of a curse spread through Amohia. The village believed that dishonesty had angered the spirits, and they wouldn't rest until the truth was revealed. One night, unable to bear the guilt, Chidi confronted Hugo. "Hugo, I need to ask you something. Did you take the chief's cow?" Hugo's face turned pale. For a moment, it looked like he might deny it. Then, with a deep sigh, Hugo confessed. "I didn't mean to. I was desperate. My mother has been sick, and I needed the milk to help her. I thought I'd return the cow before anyone noticed, but things got out of hand." Chidi's heart sank. He could hardly believe his friend had done such a thing. "You have to tell the chief," Chidi said, his voice shaking. "But if I do, I'll be cast out. My family will lose everything." Adu pleaded. Chidi was torn. Should he help Hugo cover up the lie? Or should he tell the chief and risk losing his friend forever? The next morning, Chidi walked to Chief Ezenwa's hut. His steps were heavy with dread, but he knew what he had to do. When he arrived, he found the chief sitting by the fire. "Chief," Chidi began, "I have something to tell you." He told the chief everything. The room fell silent. The chief's face remained calm, but his eyes were piercing. "I will call Hugo here," he said. When Hugo arrived, he saw Chidi and immediately understood. Tears welled up in his eyes as he confessed to the chief. Chief Ezenwa listened quietly, then spoke, his voice firm but not unkind. "Hugo, you have broken the trust of this village. But because you were honest in the end, we will not cast you out. You will, however, have to work to make things right." Hugo was given the task of caring for the village animals for a whole year, without pay. It was hard work, but Hugo accepted it without complaint. And the village, knowing that the truth had been revealed, slowly returned to peace. Chidi felt a weight lifted off his shoulders. He had almost lost a friend, but in the end, honesty had saved them both. From that day on, Amoha's elders reminded the people of the story of the stolen cow, teaching that a single lie can indeed shake the foundation of a village, but honesty can rebuild it.